Burkina Faso, progress and problems after 2 years of transition. The country's ECOWAS withdrawal is a major setback for an already difficult transition from coup state to constitutional rule. Leaders of Burkina Faso took coups in 2022, both cited insecurity and various forms of misgovernment as reasons for their military takeover. Both promised to restore constitutional order by June 2024 as agreed in the Economic Community of West African States (ECOWAS) Coordinated Transitional Framework. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, who led the second coup and is the country interim president, committed to fight terrorism and respecting ECOWAS transition timeline. But Burkina Faso, along with neighbor Mali and Niger, countries that also experienced coup in the past few years, have given notice of their immediate withdrawal from ECOWAS. That decision had to doubt about Burkina Faso's ability to meet its transition deadline. Burkina Faso has threatened its political and military cooperation with Mali and Niger, although as the ECOWAS withdrawal shows, this has come at the expense of stronger regional and in some cases international ties. Last September, these three countries formed the Alliance of Sahel States to combat terrorism and promote economic cooperation. The alliance gives them political cover and support in the face of growing pressure from ECOWAS and other regional institutions to comply with their transition deadline. Despite these initiatives, however, security in Burkina Faso has worsened. According to the African Center for Strategic Studies, death cases by military Islamist violence have nearly tripled as compared to the 18th month before the January 2022 coup, and violence have increased by 46%. This trend, combined with the spread of extremist activities around Ouagadougou, placed Burkina Faso on the brink of collapse. Traoré's second commitment was to deal with the country's humanitarian crisis, with nearly 2 million people internally displaced and over 36,000 refugees. Burkina Faso needs about $877 million to provide essential aid, shelter, healthcare, and support, but the funding gap remains with dead consequences for those in need. The last of Traoré's pledge was to supervise the holding of elections to restore constitutional and democratic rule. With barely 5 months until the end of the transitions, there are lack of urgency on this score. In a state television interview last September, Traoré said his priority was addressing insecurity and safeguarding the nation, not elections. On 6 August 2023, France suspended development and budgetary aid to the country after the junta supported Niger coup leader. In response, Burkina Faso government denounced the double taxation treaty with France, and Air France suspended all flights to and from Ouagadougou and Bamako. All these challenges provide lessons for countries in transition after military coups. The major challenges facing Burkina Faso transition are exacerbated by its decision to exit ECOWAS. The withdrawal questions not only the junta commitment to holding elections by June 2024, but also entire transition process. The decision, together with internal conflict, escalating security concerns, and diplomatic shift, underscore the fragility of Burkina Faso transition. Dialogue is urgently needed on the withdrawal and the transition timetable. Hi family, this comes the end of the video. If you are new here, remember to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell for new videos like this.